Hello students, let's study chapter 4 sorting materials into groups. In this chapter today we are going to study the property of materials in which we will understand about transparency, then opaque materials and translucent materials also. So what are these materials? Let's understand them one by one. First one is transparent materials. A material is called as transparent. We will understand that in this way. Materials through which things can be seen. Any material through which we are able to see the things, they are known as transparent materials. Okay students, we will take its examples one by one. Now next is opaque material. What is opaque material? Materials through which nothing can be seen is known as an opaque material. Okay students, then translucent materials. What is a translucent material? Materials through which things can be seen partially. Partially means in some amount. That is called as an translucent material. I'll make it more clear. So first we go to transparent material. Materials through which things can be seen means anything which is kept inside this material, or if this transparent material is there, through it we can see the things which are there on the other side. So it means that transparent material is the one which allows light to pass through it. Now come to second one, that is opaque material. So materials through which nothing can be seen. Now materials which do not allow anything to be seen inside it or through it. So like students, you see this pen ma'am is having. Nothing is visible what is there inside it. So this is a opaque material. So an opaque material does not allow light to pass through it. That's why it is opaque, or it does not allow anything inside it to be seen. Now next come to translucent material. Translucent material means any material through which things can be seen partially. Means it allows something to be seen and something not to be seen. So in a translucent material, light will pass through it, but it will not pass all. Some amount of light will pass through it. So it will allow some material which is kept inside the container or across it to be seen. So it is basically based on the amount of light which these materials allow to pass through them. Transparent materials allow all light to pass through them. Opaque materials do not allow any light to pass through them. Translucent materials, they allow a little amount of light to pass through them. So I hope students you have understood these three different types of materials and the differences between these three types of materials. Now come to examples of these. In examples you can see glass, cellophane sheet, air, water. These are all transparent materials. Across water, if water is very pure, you can see through it. Air is clean, there is no pollution, you should be able to see through it. Cellophane sheet which is put on the books, notebooks, across that you can see your name. Then glass, generally glass is put on the windows. Why it is put? Because we can see through it. Light can enter through it to our house and we can see the outside things through it. So it is put on the windows. So glass, cellophane sheet, air and water, these are all transparent materials. Now come to next, that is translucent materials. So you have grounded glass or frosted glass and butter paper. Butter paper, students, you might have seen for many drawing activities you are using the butter paper. So butter paper is somewhat hazy and it allows some light to pass through it. And in the activity you can do and you can find out, as ma'am has shown in the video for activity. I have shown you the butter paper there and different glasses so as to understand what is a frosted glass and a grounded glass. Frosted glass, generally it is put on the washroom so that things cannot be seen which is there inside it. Grounded glass, glass which is grounded or which is made powdered and then made into a glass. That is a grounded glass. So through this light does not pass wholly. So some amount of light passes and some amount of things we are able to see. Not fully. Some amount of light it is allowed to pass in washrooms because light should be there in any room during the daytime. But whole thing should not be transparent because in the washrooms generally bathing and other activities we do like bathing, cleaning and all that. So that should not be visible for the person outside. That's why we use frosted or grounded glass. Then butter paper also is used for some drawing activities. So there we just have to keep a smooth paper in between the two drawings so that the colors may not mix together for that purpose. So butter paper is translucent. Now come to this book, metal, cardboard box. All these are actually opaque materials. Opaque materials do not allow any light to pass through them. So through a cardboard box you cannot see anything. Through a metal box also or metal plate you will not be able to see anything. Same way if you keep a book you will not be able to see anything across it even if a light source is there in front of that. Or on the back side of that you cannot see across. So these book, metal, cardboard box, these all are opaque materials. Okay students, so I hope you have understood by examples also you have understood what is opaque, what is translucent and what is transparent material. Now let's come to the uses of these materials. So transparent materials which allow materials through which can be seen clearly and they allow all the light to pass through it. So like your glass container, actually these glass containers are used for storing materials generally in the bakeries, in the food shops, in restaurants, then you have your clothes shops, malls, all these have glass ceiling walls or they have containers made of glass in which all the items are kept. Why this is done? So that the customer can see whatever he wants, he can choose easily, he can ask for the thing easily, it will save his time, plus the seller, clothes seller or food seller or baker can easily select the item by seeing it across through the glass and he can sell the product quickly. That is the reason. Then cellophane sheet which is used as a cover in your notebooks, it is to see across your name. Air, water, I told you already that if they are clean, pollution free, they should be transparent. I have given you uses of this frosted grounded glass in the washrooms. I have explained you clearly, and butter paper use also I have explained you clearly. Now this book, metal, cardboard box, these are used for storing various items, metal and cardboard box. So if the person who keeps it in these boxes, keeps the materials in these boxes or some objects in these boxes, if he doesn't want it to be seen to others, he can keep in these boxes and he can keep it locked also to keep it safe. Then like you have got your almirahs in your homes. Then books, see-through books, it will be very difficult to study from that. So books are generally made opaque. The paper is opaque and on that opaque paper the printing is done so that you can read that particular page which you want to read. So based on this property of allowing the light to pass through it, transparent materials are generally used for selling food items, for selling the various materials in the shops, for storing food items, for storing the clothes, for storing various items in the malls and all the shops. They are having this transparent glass in them. In our windows also we put transparent glass to allow the light to enter through it. Opaque material can be used for storing various items which we do not want to show to others. There we can keep in opaque containers and we can close it and we can keep it tight or we can keep it locked. Translucent materials are generally used at some places where we can allow some light to pass through it. As I explained, in the washrooms we have got frosted glass or grounded glass. So it allows some light to pass through it, but nobody wants all the light to pass through it. So that is the use of these three types of materials. So I hope you have understood all the properties of the materials, and particularly now today's topic, that is transparent, opaque and translucent materials. With the help of examples, I hope that it is very clear to you, plus the uses of these various materials. Tell you that why we use these particular materials with these particular properties. So based on these properties, we put these materials for the various uses and for making various objects. So you should be clear that how property of material is very important for making a particular object. And based on the property of material, we make a particular object, and then we do sorting of the object into various categories, so as to select our object easily, to save our time, to save our expenses and to save our energy. We can sort out the various materials, keep them at separate places, and then we can easily find out our materials or provide it to someone who asks, like for a shopkeeper, a baker, if he wants to sell his materials, he can keep in a transparent container. So this makes our life easy, this makes our work easy. So I hope sorting of materials with all the properties of the materials is now very clear to you, and why sorting is important, why we should do this sorting and grouping of materials, that is also clear, and on what basis we select the various materials for making the objects is also clear to all of you students. So thank you and have a nice day.